Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. How we doing? Good morning. All right, good morning to everybody that's tuning in. This is another edition of a Stitch Moment. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Today is the first day of what I'm going to call many a days, where I'm wanting to do a noon time chat, a noontime sit down, a noontime encouragement session that folks can look forward to. They can tune into. I was like, well, we're here every day because we can't go anywhere. Um, but there are things that, we have a set time that we can all get together and kind of talk. Today is the first of many days. The first of many days. I am both live streaming on all my social media sites, my both my Facebook and my Instagram. So for those that are joining us, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Jeremy Blunt with Stitches for Life. I'm going to have an awesome friend of mine who's going to join me for these noontime meetings. Kind of jumping on today to kind of introduce it, but he'll be here on the other days, and I'm going to introduce him when he's online full. He's tuning in. What's up, Lodge? So I'm looking forward to that. Look, I'm just going to jump into it. This is the purpose of this get together. This coming together. A lot of us are going through a lot of things right now. A lot of with the quarantine and having to be isolated, having to be quarantined, having to stay away or practice social distancing. We're needing to, and the more this tarries on, the more time that it takes before we go back to what we would call a schedule as usual. We're needing to have the right mindset to be able to handle it. So today, just for a moment, I want to talk about developing the right mindset, or a mindset of optimism, is what I like to call it. Because let's face it, folks, none of us planned for this. None of us, sat down and said, hey, this is what I want to happen, or what I want to go through. None of us did that, but we were kind of forced into this. Many of us have had to take off work. Many of us have had to, the kids are not in school. They're being at home. We're having to homeschool kids. We're having to practice all of these different extra measures. In the last couple of days, I thought about, to what extreme is this going to go? Is this something that's just for today, or something for just for this week? And, here in Louisiana, our governor announced a couple of days ago that he's extending it all the way out to April 30th. And to many, they've already been in the house for 2 to 3 weeks. So to add another 4 weeks, and today is April Fool's Day. It wasn't an April Fool's joke. I honestly saw a post that talked about April Fool's is canceled this year because of everything that is going on in the real world. But folks, this is not an April Fool. This is for real. And, so today I want to give you a couple quick points. I won't be with you long because I want you to be able to come back and meet me here at noon every day. So my quick points for today in developing the right mindset. Here's your first one. The first one is you have to create a schedule to refuel yourself daily. I would hope that you make this part of that refueling every day. Meaning every day I want you to set aside, what can I do to add to me? What can I do to fill me back up? I often have my cup, and I talk about refilling your cup, because you feed people out of your cup, out of what's inside of you. But if you're not putting something in, eventually you'll run out of stuff to give. And it's essential that you have something to be able to share and give to others. So it's equally important for you to be putting things in your cup. To be successful, you have to have something to give to others. So whether or not that's reading your Bible or getting something spiritually to put in there, I really I'm going to take one of these days and I'm going to talk about the topic of mental health, and I'm going to talk about going to church and how church has changed and how it's different. Because to many people, that's where they've been getting their fuel, and they've been only doing it once a week. Well, it's different when you can't get out of the house. You can't go around other people and socially interact. It's different. It requires you to do a little bit more. It requires you to do some things differently. So what kind of routine can you develop? And by the way, if you're tuning in, by all means, say something, give me a shout out, share what it is that, what you get out of this, or something that I'm saying that encourages you or that helps you. Share it on your page. My name is Dr. Blunt, for those that are just tuning in, with Stitches for Life. So I was just talking about developing the right mindset as we're going through this era that we've never been in before, going through this situation we've never had. And the first part is developing a refueling routine every day to refuel yourself. Now, whether that's through music, whether that's through listening to, there's plenty of things on YouTube that you can do or that you can listen to feed yourself. Going back and listen to stuff that you maybe you have that gives you that extra boot of energy. What do you wake up to in the morning to give you that extra, in order to push through your day and to keep going and to keep thriving through your day? Refueling every day is essential because you have to have it to give to others. And you never know how many people are looking to you for that extra need of assistance, that extra guidance. They're looking to you to see what they can do. So that's number one. Here's number two for you. I want you to monitor negative talk. Monitor the negative talk. Look in different areas around you of where this negative talk can come from. You have to monitor it to the degree that, when you refuel yourself, you create a level of peace for yourself. And that peace is something you have to guard. You have to be very protective of that peace. That means whenever negativity comes, you have to guard it like you're guarding your home, like you're guarding your kids. You're guarding your mindset. You got to guard that thing so that if any negative talk comes, your friends call, your family call, people calling you with nonsense and food. Hey, did you hear this or did you hear that? Oh, you got to shut that down immediately when you hear it. You can't dive into that. You have to protect what I call your eye gate and your ear gate. The two ways that you're getting this information in, you got to protect those things. That means social media. Look, if you got to purge your social media daily, as I stroll down my social media, if people are talking negative, guess what? You got to go. If people talking about how bad it's going to be and all that, you got to get rid of that. A lot of people spend a lot of time on social media, searching, looking, seeking. And if you're going to be on there, you need to make sure it's adding to you. It's not taking away from you. So you have to go through it. Hey, if I got to X this out or X that out to separate yourself from it, because what you feed yourself and what you allow to come into your system is going to make the difference of what comes out. Because, what comes out is a result of what went in. Come on. I like the way that goes. I want you to think about that. What comes out of you is a result of what came in. So that means be mindful of the things that you allow to come in. Be mindful of the things that, where it comes from. So purge that social media. What if you're going through that, yeah, you need to laugh some. You're happening. For a moment, I think I got lost on social media. But I think we're back up. But I need you to just keep this in mind, that it's important for you to pay attention to the different things that, you as you're strolling through, what I need to get rid of, what I don't need to have, and if you, at the same time, pay attention to your friends. Yeah, I said it. Pay attention to your friends. If you got friends and that normally they're talking positive and all of a sudden they start talking negative, hey, it's time, inbox them. Do a FaceTime with them. Pay attention to them. You have those friends that are all about negativity. Social media. I have a lot. But I'm going to be honest with you. The number of followers I follow, I'm going to say that again. The number of followers I have versus the number of people I follow is a rash difference. I don't follow everybody because the people I follow have an opportunity to influence me, have an opportunity to pour into my life. So it's essential for me to pay attention to what pours into my life, who I allow to pour into my life, and how they pour into my life. So monitor your negative talk, purge your social media, and then here's the next one. Monitor your self-talk and your self-thought. Remember I told you once you get peace, you got to guard it. You got to guard it like you guarding your home, like you guarding your family, you guarding your kids. You got to guard yourself. The same way people are walking around and they're putting masks on, they got goggles on, they got everything all to guard themselves from this virus that is out there that, there's all kind of talk about it. Look, you have to monitor your talk. And look, let me add this other piece in there that about the other places in purging news. But look, I stopped watching the news. For a long time, I wasn't watching the news because it's all negativity. Then when this situation started occurring, I started watching the news again, and then I had to catch myself, and I had to limit it. So I watch, I follow the CDC, I follow the local governor page here, and I check those every day. But I stopped watching the news every day because it's nothing but negativity. All they talk about is negative. And if that is what is feeding your mind, then you'll end up projecting that which was fed into you. So folks, I want you to watch the news that you even listening to, and what you're reading. There has to be a balance. You have to have more positivity going in than what you're putting out. This is essential. This is important, folks. So you have to monitor that. And then you got to monitor your thoughts and what you talk about. What is it that's in your mind? What are you telling yourself about this situation? I know many of us have been in the house for a couple of weeks, and it's getting to the point now we're getting tired of being in the house. Well, let me tell you why you're getting tired. You're getting tired because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting around. There isn't but so many shows on Netflix and so many shows on Hulu and so many things that you can watch on television before you're like, okay, I got to find something else to do. Well, folks, this is the opportunity for you. It's about how you view this situation, how you view it, meaning, what are you doing productive with your life? Which leads me to my last point, which is to create a project. Now, I'm going to say something that many people are probably going to question, but I've paid attention to different sources and different outlets, different people that are talking about, remember I told you I go to the CDC every day. I go to our local governor's page every day. I actually check those twice a day, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. But I also follow this guy named Bill Gates. You might have heard of him. And I follow him because, and I've been following him for some time because, he projected or he talked about this global epidemic or pandemic in 2015. He talked about preparing for it and some of the things that we need to do and how you need to go about doing it. And Uh, I follow them because it's important. And while many of us are saying, hey, we'll get back to normal in a couple weeks. We'll get back to normal on April 30th. Well, let me just break the news to you. The normal that we used to know is not going to be that normal anymore. So we need to go ahead and start wrapping our minds around there's going to be a new normal. There's going to be a new way that we're going to have to start viewing our lives, how we go about doing things. So while you're in the house, while you're around during this time frame, I encourage you to create a project for you. And I'm going to say about 10 weeks. A 10-week project that you can do yourself while at home. What this will do, for those that are just tuning in, we're talking about developing the right mindset during this situation or this pandemic while you're at home. And it's an optimistic mindset. So the last point that I wanted to make was creating a project, like a 10-week project. Why 10 weeks? We're only supposed to be in the house till about April 30th. Okay, let me just be realistic with you. The estimates about how many people will be affected by this. You have to protect yourself. It's going to be several weeks. Several. Almost, I would say projectively at least 10 weeks. So you need to create a project that can sustain you for 10 weeks. Now, when I say sustain you for 10 weeks, there are things like that's what's called YouTube University, where you can go and you can learn all kind of classes about meditation, sewing, and painting, and all kind of things that you can do while at home to strengthen you, to encourage you, to build you, to do things while you're at home. This is that opportunity. This is literally an opportunity for you. Many of you are like, you have 50 million excuses on why you haven't done certain things and why things aren't going for you. Well, this is an opportunity, or this is a time for you to sit back and actually do something that will better you, that will progress you. You don't want to look back over these next several weeks and say, well, I don't have anything, or I just sat around, I didn't really do anything. Well, this is an opportunity for you to add to yourself. So find a project, not a project that you got to depend on others to do, but a project you can do at home. There's a lot of online classes. This is a perfect opportunity for you to add to your repertoire. Let me tell you what this does for your mindset. What this does is it allows you to wake up every day with something to do. You wake up and you're not just thinking, oh, here we go again. What am I going to do today? I saw people that talk so much about, what, you're absolutely right, Blakes. The excuse of just a crutch for the uncommitted. It is. I saw so many people that wake up and they're just like, well, I got this to do and I got that to do. My highlight of the day is going from my room to the living room. Well, I'm sorry. If that's the highlight of your day, you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to do some things. You're really going to have to work on what you're going to do during this time frame. So create a project for yourself so that you have something to actively look forward to when you wake up in the morning. Say, you know what? I can't wait to go to this online class. I can't wait to meet these other people. For those that have tuned in late, I'm going to be here every day at noon. Just as this is coming on, look, I'm going to have one of my good friends who's going to come on with me, and we're going to talk about different topics, different things. If there's something you want us to talk about, throw it at us. Tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Spoiler alert. At the end of every one of my sessions, I'm going to talk about what we're going to possibly talk about the next day. I'm going to post some some announcements. So stay tuned to my social media. I'll tell you, hey, this is what the topic is for the next day, or at least, we're coming on at noon because it's important. So a recap as we close out for today. Thank you for everybody that has tuned in. Today's topic has been developing an optimistic or the right mindset during this situation. If you came on late, I encourage you, once this repost, to go back and look at it from the beginning. We talked first about refueling your mind every morning, daily, doing things to help you and prepare you. Then we talked about examining the negative talk. The whole purpose of refueling yourself every day is to create a peace for you every day. And then you have to monitor and guard that peace. That's my guard. You have to guard that peace. You have to guard it against negative talk. You got to guard it against negative news. You got to guard it against, you got to go in, you got to purge your social media, the things that are being inputted into you. Because after you get a peace, it is your responsibility to guard that peace. It's your responsibility to not let others and other things come in and creep in to take it away from you. So monitor that. Then we talked about monitoring your self-talk. What it is that you tell yourself. What are the thoughts that come across your mind? As the negative thought come, you got to be able to recognize, whoa, I can't do that. No, I can't allow that to happen. No, that's not who I am. No, this is not the end. No, I'm not going to allow that to come in. I've been through crisis before. I'm going to get through this. And then lastly, we talked about creating a project. Because see, here's the other part about creating a project. It allows you to shift your focus. It allows you to focus in on certain things that you're not just sitting around idle with nothing to do, and allows you to wake up every morning and say, hey, I got something to look forward to. It's important. Now, we're going to talk about physical health also on one of these broadcasts, talking about the things that you can do every day to help yourself and to prepare yourself. Look, folks, it is your responsibility to transform your mind, to focus on your mind, to encourage yourself, to focus, and to make sure you're doing the things that are necessary to have the right kind of mindset. Look, I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. If you've gotten something out of this, give me some thumbs up, some claps, some hearts. Y'all know how we do it. Like it, share it, post it, reshare it, repost it. Let other folks know, hey, and when you see when I do my post later on today talking about these noontime get-togethers and noontime things, by all means, share that on your page. Let other people know, hey, come tune in. By all means, rebroadcast this on your page. Create a watch party. Let's make this thing global, because guess what? We're all in this together. And if we're all in this together, then we might as well be in it together, pushing it together, doing it together. Thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Dr. Jeremy Blunt with Stitches for Life. We are going to be successful. Why? Because we think success every day. And everything that you go through for one or two reasons. Either one, so you can help somebody else who's going through something similar. Or two, to prepare yourself for something else later on in life that you're going to face. Yes, we've never faced anything like this before, but we faced crisis before. We've gone through things before. So this is not the first time, and unfortunately, it won't be the last time that we'll face a crisis. But together, we can be overcomers. Together, we can do this and be victorious. And we will be victorious. Why? Because it's in us to be victorious. We have dominion over everything. So developing the right mindset is key to doing that. Once again, if you've gotten something out of this, give me some thumbs up. If you're tuning in late, go back and catch it from the beginning. I've had an awesome time with y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in. The time right now is 12:28. I got 2 minutes. This will be from 12 to 12:30 at the latest that we will do these broadcasts. I'm open to answer any questions, any comments that you might have on these last couple moments that we are together. I want to make sure I value your time. Now, many of you, this is your lunch break. This is your break from the kids. You know, this is your moment of solitude every day between 12 and 12:30. This is an opportunity for you to simply work on and refuel you. It's important. So I'm going to do my part in helping you to refuel. So thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, any questions? I got 1 minute left. Any questions, any comments? This is an opportunity for you to leave them in the areas below. I had an awesome time. I'm looking forward to my homeboy, Damian Lodge. He will join me hopefully tomorrow in these broadcasts. And look, we're excited about bringing this to you so that, you know, this is all about helping people, helping us as we all go through this. I'm going to do 25 push-ups right now just because you inspire me. That's what I'm talking about, Carlos. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Thank you. Reverend Blanks, thank you so much for tuning in today. Look, I want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in, everybody that got something out of this. I've had an awesome, awesome time. Look, it's on you now. Develop the right mindset. Get it in your head. We're going to get through this. My name is Dr. Blunt. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll see you then.